Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matter to we the people. Obama's CIA Director Brennan visited Europe in November 2016 after U.S. presidential election. Why was that? The Gateway Pundit reports that many believe that Obama's former CIA Director John Brennan was the architect of the Trump-Russia collusion hoax. We've uncovered that Brennan visited European leaders shortly after the 2016 election. We have to ask why and for what the purpose. Former U.S. Attorney Joe DeGeneva discussed his thoughts after the Mueller testimony in front of Congress last week. He confirmed much of what has already been posted, and at the end of his excellent interview, he said, "By the way, just remember, John Brennan was the tip of the spear. This was the conspiracy from day one. John Brennan, don't forget that name. He's at the end of this he's at the beginning of this entire conspiracy." DeGeneva's interview leads nicely into breaking information we have gathered regarding Brennan's actions under the Obama administration. Former CIA agent Sabrina DeSouza knows Brennan's action well. As we reported a couple weeks ago, former President Obama and his CIA director John Brennan ignored her pleas for help and left her to rot in an Italian prison. Lucky for her, Donald Trump was elected president. After the election, her situation was alleviated by the Trump administration, for which she is grateful. D'Souza believes that before the 2016 election, Obama's CIA was significantly emboldened by Brennan taking over all national security issues, where he had a numerous latitude to do whatever he wanted. Knowing Obama, then Clinton, would have his back. In her efforts to exonerate herself from false charges in Italy, D'Souza claims that she was helped by U.S. Representative Devin Nunes, who said also has the same Portuguese ancestry. Nunes tried 3 times to intercede on her behalf while she was in Portugal, but this was all denied by Obama. Obama gave the impression through his actions that he didn't care if U.S. intelligence employees were in prison for false crimes around the world or not. D'Souza says that former CIA directors like Michael Hayden also refused to act on her behalf in the past. People like Brennan and Hayden were fine with having their employees rot in foreign jails rather than have their own crimes related to a case be brought out into the public light. What D'Souza did share is that John Brennan made a trip to Europe in late November 2016, shortly after the presidential election. We know this because D'Souza found out that at the end of November 2016, Brennan was present in Portugal during the transition period after the 2016 election, and this resulted in Portugal-Italy agreement to proceed with her immediate extradition from Portugal to prison in Italy. After President Trump was in power, he supported her and prevented her from going to jail in Italy. But the strange aspect from our discussion with D'Souza is that the CIA director's overseas travel is always kept secret. However, her Portugal lawyer was notified that Brennan had been in Lisbon in regards to her case. D'Souza states, later, Portuguese officials speaking on condition of anonymity said my status was never discussed. A far worse signal to send that Brennan, was okay with whatever the Portuguese chose to do with his former employee. What stuck to me most at the time was my lawyer asking me with some trepidation if I thought Brennan would ever come back in power. This spoke volumes about how Foreign Intelligence Service view being leveraged by the CIA to act as surrogates, even reluctantly, in targeting Americans. D'Souza believes that her case is covered by the state secrets law in Italy and that this prevents information from her case being released to the public, information that she believes would exonerate her from the charges placed against her in Italy. D'Souza also has a warning for Attorney General Bill Barr. This is the wall Attorney General Barr and the man he charged with getting to the bottom of the Russia collusion hoax, U.S. Attorney General John Durham, would likely run into, particularly if it's determined that Obama, Biden, and Renzi, that's Italy's former prime minister and Obama friend, knew. And I talked about Renzi in prior videos. Italian Prime Minister Conte has the only office with authority to declassify her case. AG Barr will have to go to Conte if the actions taken by Italy's former Prime Minister Renzi on behalf of Obama are held in the state secret status, Barr may have to do this to find out who Joseph Misfit was working for when he attempted to set up George Papadopoulos in the UK. And we talked about Joseph Misfit before. Also, we know he's working for some type of foreign intelligence, but we just don't know who. This may be the only way to find out if Renzi and Obama worked behind the scenes to promote the Russia collusion hoax. So what did Brennan and Obama know, and when did they know it? Also, what was Brennan doing in Europe after his favorite candidate Hillary Clinton lost the election? So leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think Brennan was doing over there in Europe. Leave your comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out DEMOCREPUBLIX.com for the latest in news. Until next time.
We live in a really nightmare. We live in a really nightmare.